Hello everyone, Achadin over here, and today we are on the Fuji Kiseki Legend race. For example, you can use one of the runners that you're going to use for the Virgo Cup. Ideally, you want, as always, as much speed as possible, good power, enough stamina to survive the run. Remember, with new mechanics like spot, struggle, and dueling, you want at least 700 stamina or something like that, 300 to 400 guts, and then power and wit also as much as possible. Fuji Kiseki is not like Maru at least, so she doesn't have crazy stamina or guts, so if she gets rushed it's likely that she just dies. But if you are a late soldier, base chaser sometimes, or in closer, you can get debuffed a little bit, so watch out on that. And if she procs her ult, she can also surprise you. That's why it's very important that you put the parfait if you are on awful mood or something like that, just to not get rushed and die sometimes, because she also has two decent abilities for the end. So if she procs everything, you can just go very fast. I'm going to show one run with my McQueen and then another with a run with Suzuka. It is a bit different because it's not on fall, so you are not going to get groundwork if you are using your Uma for the Virgo Cup. But as long as you have good power, speed, and other things, you should not have many problems to just win. Of course, very important to have handling. As you can see, she can be almost getting up to you. And now let's check it with Runaway Suzuka. One of these, any of these works. For example, this one that we know is not going to die. But sometimes if you get rushed, you do die with her. The weakness of this one is that she doesn't have a lot of power, but we have a lot of wit, so we have mid-wave velocity. And if you don't know what Runaway is, it's a thing that you can get for Suzuka, so she is like a super front runner. And you can see here, she torpedoes ahead at the beginning. And then what you do is you equip a lot of mid-race skills and also ending skills. And if possible, the Speed Eater is very good for miles, because you take speed from others and you get it yourself. Now her ult help keep the lead, and then we get angling and unrestrained. As you can see, even with that, she's still quite competitive. The pace chaser. Of course, you can also do things like Taiki Shuttle with decent skills is also going to work. She's also very good for the Virgo Cup. If I check here, we have good power, good wit, and we are also pace chasers. But what happens with pace chasers? Remember that you can get blocked sometimes, so you may lose if you are unlucky. Also, you get a late start and other things. It seems we are not going to get super blocked. We're going just to keep pace with the front runners. We did lose a weak check to her, but a lot of velocity, and then Carol is a big accel. And that helps out. You can also use late soldiers like Vodka or Ryan, but remember late soldiers are even more prone to getting blocked in an 18 lobby Umas things, because they can do a super heavy duty blockage. So if you can, try to use front runners or even end closers can be fine, but the only kind of end closer that you can train, I think, is Taishin is not bad. Gold Ship also works, but you will struggle a little bit to get the speed and power because they don't have any percentage growth on that. Well, that's everything. Have a nice day, and I will see you on the next video.